long time coming, and I'm back with the Hannakins farm save. This time I've decided, instead of going through all of the games, it's a bit laggy and all that, I'm actually just going to skip half and half the season and do one episode half the season, the other episode's the second half of the season, and just go through like that. So I simulate it forward, and then I just go over the key main events that has gone through, any transfers, any injuries, any of that really, and I'll just go over it. And yeah, so I'm going to get straight into it. First of all, Vanarama National South, 29 games into the season, and Hannakins are 9 points clear of Dartford, 22 wins, 3 draws and 4 losses. We'll go into that in a bit more detail right now. So here we go. So the 4 losses we've had, as you can see there. Actually, no, you know what's better? Let's go on a schedule. I think that would be probably the best to look throughout the results we've had. So let's move this to the side here. So since we took over, we were up against Concord, wasn't it? So the next game, 4-0 versus St Albans, should I say? And the goal scorers there: 2 for Jacob, 1 for Jude, and 1 for Will. 5-1 against Hemel Hempstead. Ed and Ollie Bird scoring. Stephen getting injured there. Jude, Jacob, and Jamie. So 5 different goal scorers there. 1-0 against Eastbourne Borough. We got 1 goal for Jacob. Next game we've got Jude Coughlin scoring. We've got some new players coming in here. Ali Nichols, Dinesh Gilela. But I scored as well. What have we got here? So we got Chippenham. Nathan McGarren with a hat-trick. Jude, another goal, being very consistent there. Oxford, we have 2 for Jacob, 1 for Jude. The FA Cup second round qualifiers, we win 4-0 against Kings Lansley. 1 for Jude, 1 for Jacob, 1 for Max with sustaining an injury, and 1 for Ollie Bird. 2-0 Max and Jacob scoring. 2-0 against Bath, Ollie Grosh and Jamie. 5-2 in the FA Cup third qualifying round, and Jacob with a hat-trick and a missed penalty. Jude with 2 goals. And our first, I think our first or second loss comes against Dulwich Hamlet, and that is 1 goal for Jude, finishes 2-1. Aldershot in the FA Cup fourth qualifying round, 0-0. And then we play them 4 days later, and it's 1-0. Jude scores the goal to take us through to the next round of the FA Cup. 1-1 draw against Welling. Jamie with the goal. Hungerford Town, Chris Goddard scoring the winner. Dorking 5-3. Hat-trick for Jude, Stephen and me scoring again. 3-1 loss to Dartford, very disappointing. Chris Goddard with the only goal. 3-0 against Dulwich Hamlet in the FA Cup first round, and they do make it through the first round because it's 2-1 with Jude and Ed scoring. Missed out this one. Wellstone, Jude, Max and Ed scoring. East Thurrock, East Thurrock, Jacob 2, Jude 1, Will 1. And we get knocked out of the FA Cup second round, but it's a fantastic effort for a Vanarama National League South team. 3-1 to Doncaster. Myself getting sent off. Will Nash with the only goal for us. Let down the team there a bit. Weymouth, goal for Jude, goal for Jacob. Haven, Greg scoring. Good to see Greg scoring. Max, Stephen and Jude again. Gerentster in the FA Trophy first round, we have Jacob, Jude, Will. Braintree, Jamie and Stephen scoring. Hampton and Richmond, 2 goals for Jacob and he's sustaining an injury. Tonbridge, hat-trick for Jude, goal for Will and a goal for Greg. Slough, we've got Chris Goddard scoring our only goal in the 1-1 draw. Concord Rangers, 2-1 win. Chris Goddard and Jude scoring. St Albans a 2-1 loss and Jacob scoring the only goal in that. We have Concord here in the FA Trophy and Stephen scoring that, but second round replay, and we do get through 3-0 with Max, Jacob and Will scoring our goals. And the form here doesn't look very good in January, with 2 losses and 3 draws. But yeah, draw against Hemel here, Ollie Grosh and Jacob scoring, and most recently a 2-0 loss to Eastbourne Borough. But looking at the table and looking at our stats, it looks like a fantastic first half of the season. If we click on this and we look at the goal scorers, we have our top goal scorer of Jude Coughlin with 24 goals with 77 shots. Jacob's got 13 goals with 64 shots. And anyone else in there for Hannakins in the top goal scorer list? No. We've got Jude and Jacob there, which is good to see. Now we'll look at the average match rating. And we have Stephen Golding and Jude joint first in the average match rating, with Max just close behind and Jacob following. Ollie Bird and Tim Power there. Anyone else? Jamie and Ollie Grosh popping in there. It's good to see. So many players in that average match rating. Assists here. So what do we have here? So we have Stephen and Max. Stephen on 16, Max on 13. Max, of course, having 9 more key passes than Stephen. Ollie Bird's on there as well in 11th place with 6 assists, which is fantastic for him. So that seems to be the statistics we have in the league. Let's go over to the medical centre and let's have a look at our injury history. See if there's any big injuries we've had. So we've had a few big ones here. So 3-week groin strain, which Chris Goddard is currently going through right now. Max Jolliffe playing in the under 23s, under 19 should I say, for England, I'm guessing, versus Poland. Fractured jaw. Okay. Thigh strain for Stephen, which could put him out for 4 weeks. Actually, let's have a look who's been playing for their national team. If we go into the squad, let's have a look at Jude. Has Jude played for the under 19 England team yet? No, he's not. That is interesting. I was expecting Jude to be in there. Stephen has not made any caps. Wow, Stephen has developed. Wow, Stephen's star rating has really developed. That's incredible. Wow. That's quite crazy. Max Jolliffe. He's been capped at the under 19 level, which is quite interesting. Guessing they needed a right winger there. Oh, I'm going back on there. Let's have a look at Max. No youth caps for Max. Max has not been developed there much. I think he's had a few injuries though. Chris Goddard in there. He was capped at under 19s, Chris. And Dylan's had 2 under 20 caps for Nigeria. Okay. Yep. Wait, it was Chris Goddard playing for Ireland somehow. I don't know how I got that mixed up. Wait, it was Max playing for England. Oh, he was playing at England, yeah. Okay. Now let's go to Ollie Bird. Ollie Bird here has made 2 under 21 caps for the for Ireland. Ed here, capped at under 20 levels for the England team. I've been capped at the under 19 level for the English team, even though I made myself Hungarian. But that's interesting. Greg has been 2 under 21 caps for France, which is quite impressive. Greg there. And in goal, Christian has made no caps for Mexico. Let's have a look onto the bench. So Ollie Grosh here, been capped at the under 19 level. Jamie Oh, go on. Let's have a look at Jamie. Jamie's not been capped any team there. Jacob. Oh, why is he from St Kitts and Nevis? But okay, he's had 6 caps and 5 goals for St Kitts and Nevis. Jacob has. I don't know what's happened here. I don't remember putting them nationalities in. Nathan has not had any caps for Ireland. But yeah, that is what we've got for the caps there. Let's have a look at the schedule for the second half of the season. We've got FA Trophy third round against Harrogate, and of course plenty more Vanarama South Leagues to go. It looks like we should have the Vanarama National League South table. We should have the trophy, should I say? And yeah, I mean, it's looking good. Let's have a look at the club's finances actually. See if there's been anything profit. There's been a loss this month. On the players' wages here, which we're paying quite a bit for, to be honest. Loan repayments, travel costs. Yeah, I mean, that's how it's looking. So it's looking pretty good for Hannakins so far, and you can have a look here. Best pass completion, Jamie with 90%. Most man of the matches is Stephen. Most yellow cards, Ollie Bird. So yeah, it's looking good for Hannakins. If you did enjoy this type of episode, you don't want me to go back to the watching the match. It just takes a while and it's a bit laggy. So if you want me to do more of these types of episodes where I just simulate and go through it, then yeah, drop a like and let me know if you've enjoyed this episode. And yeah, thanks very much for watching. I'll be back for the part 2, so the second half of the season, very soon. See you later.